So for this week's Dynamic Flow, we've got an introduction class into Hatha Yoga Sun Salutation. So I've done earlier this spring an introduction to traditional Ashtanga Yoga Sun Salutations, A and B, and then there's a Hatha Yoga variation that's a bit more gentle perhaps, or just different. I wouldn't say one is more efficient than the other. Definitely both have great qualities. So and we're going to use about 15 to 20 minutes of the class just on that, so that you get repetitions, you start feeling comfortable with what you're doing, and so that you can then start taking this away from the video. You would remember the sequence and perhaps start your mornings with either these sun salutations or the previous ones that we've been practicing. And because you got the breathwork as a separate class this week, we're not going to introduce it in the beginning now. We're just going to start standing at the front of our mat, feet hip width apart, and just close your eyes for a few breaths to tune in, to bring yourself into this space, into your body, allowing your tailbone to untuck, drop, anterior tilt, softening the knees, lengthening the spine, taking an inhale in here and an exhale in here. On your next inhale, we're going to start lifting arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to start folding forward down towards our toes, bending your knees if you need to. Similar start to Ashtanga. Inhale, lifting your gaze, lifting up to halfway. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bringing your palms down on your mat. We're going to step the right leg to the back of the mat, lowering your knee down, gazing forward. If possible, untucking the toe and lifting your knee up. And then exhale, returning, tucking your toes, allowing your left to follow your right. And we're going to exhale, drop our knees, drop our chest. And from here, instead of just dropping down into lie on our tummy, we're going to sort of push forward into our baby cobra. So lifting the chest, lifting the gaze, and then exhale, lowering down, tucking your toes, lifting through your knees to your downward facing dog. From here, inhale is going to step your right leg forward. Dip between your hands. We're going to lower the left knee this time. Untuck the toes, look up and bend, lift your knee if possible, if that feels comfortable. A nice stretch, opening for your hips. And then inhale, lowering the knee, tucking the toes, and we're going to step forward to our forward fold from here. Taking a breath in here, full in and out. And then inhale, starting to lift up with bent knees, straight back, reaching arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lowering them down to both sides of your body. Stopping here for a breath in and out. And then inhale, lifting your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lowering down into your forward fold. Inhale, lifting up to halfway, bending your knees as much as you need to. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, we're going to step our left leg to the back of the mat, lower the knee down, untuck the toes, look up. Exhale, tucking your toes, allowing your right to follow your left into your plank. Holding breath if possible as we're lowering down, knees, chest, chin. To then inhale forward and chest up into baby cobra. Exhale, lowering your chest, tucking your toes, lifting through your knees to your downward facing dog. Stopping here. Inhale, we're going to step your left leg forward to between your hands, lowering your right knee down and tucking the toes, looking up, lifting the knee if possible, and then exhale, tucking your toes, stepping your right leg next to your left to your forward fold. Bending your knees as you're lifting up on your inhale with a straight spine, reaching arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lowering both arms arms to both sides of your body. And stopping here for in and exhale. We're going to do quite a few rounds on both sides, so when you start feeling comfortable, you can start doing it at your own pace. I'll be showing them, I'll be guiding each one of them, so don't worry if that doesn't feel quite comfortable yet. Inhale, we're going to lift arms up. Exhale, lower down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up to halfway, flat back, bending your knees. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping your right leg to the back of the mat. We're going to drop the knee, untuck the toes, look up. Exhale, tucking the toes, allowing your left to follow, holding breath as you're lowering knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, forward and chest up into baby cobra. Inhale, exhale, tucking your toes, lifting through your knees or straight up as your body's starting to warm up into your down dog. And then inhale, stepping your right leg forward to between your hands. Lowering your left knee, untucking your toes, looking up. Exhale, tucking your toes, stepping forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, bending your knees, straightening the back as you're lifting up to standing. And then exhale, lowering arms down to both sides of your body. If you're feeling dizzy, then just taking a little break, holding on to something. Make sure you feel comfortable as you do the sequence. We're going over to your left side. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhaling up to halfway. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping your left leg to the back of the mat, lowering your knee and tucking your toes, looking up. And then exhale, tucking your toes, stepping your right to join your left in your plank, holding breath as you're lowering knees, chest, chin. And then inhaling forward and chest up. Exhale, tucking your toes either through your knees or straight up to your downward facing dog. And then inhale, starting to step your left leg forward, lowering your right knee and tucking your toes, looking up. Exhale, tucking your toes, stepping forward into Uttanasana. Inhale is going to lift up with a straight spine. Exhale is going to lower arms down to both sides of your body. Taking a break in and exhaling here. And we're going over to your right side. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting up to halfway. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping your right leg to the back of the mat. Knee goes down, gaze lifts up. Exhale, tucking your toes. Allowing your left to follow into plank, holding breath, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale is going to move forward, lift your chest. Exhale is going to tuck your toes, travel into your downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping right leg forward, lowering your left knee and tucking your toes, gaze up. Exhale, up, tucking your toes, allowing your left to step into Uttanasana next to your right. Inhale is going to lift up all the way to standing. Exhale, lowering arms down. Stopping here for in and exhale. And then inhaling over to your left. Inhale, reaching arms up high. Exhale, lowering down, Uttanasana. Inhaling up to halfway. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping your left leg to the back of the mat, lowering your knee and tucking your toes, gaze up. Exhale, tucking your toes into your plank, holding breath as you're lowering knees, chest, chin. And then inhaling forward and up, baby cobra. Inhaling, tucking your toes, lifting to your downward facing dog. Exhale, sorry. On your inhale, we're going to start stepping your left leg forward, lowering your right knee, toes, gaze up. Inhale, tucking your toes, and then we're moving on to Uttanasana. Holding here for exhale. And then inhale is going to start lifting up with a straight spine. Exhale is going to lower arms down to both sides of your body. Stopping here for in and exhale, we're going to go through once more to both sides, left and right. Inhale, lifting arms up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting your gaze. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping your right leg to the back of the mat, lowering your knee down, your toes gaze up. Exhale, tucking your toes into your plank. Holding breath as you're lowering knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, forward, up into baby cobra. Exhale, tucking your toes, lifting to your downward facing dog. And then inhale, stepping your right leg forward, lowering your left knee, your toes, gazing up. Exhale, tucking your toes, stepping to your Uttanasana. Inhale is going to lift up with a straight spine, reaching arms up. Exhale, lowering them down to both sides of your body. In and exhale, in your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, lifting arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, gazing up. Exhaling down. Inhale, stepping your left leg to the back of the mat, lowering the knee, toes gazing up. Exhale, tucking your toes into your plank. Holding breath as you're lowering knees, chest, chin. And then inhaling forward, your chest up. Exhale, lowering down, tucking your toes, traveling to your downward facing dog from here. And then inhale, stepping forward with your left leg. Lowering your right knee. Looking up. Exhale, tucking your toes into your Uttanasana. And then inhale is going to start lifting up to standing. Exhaling your arms down. Stopping for in and exhale. If you want to do a few more rounds just by yourself, stop the video and then try once, both left and right, and see how it goes, so that you start getting into the rhythm by yourself without the instructions. Or then just try and remember these tomorrow morning, for example. We're going to move into a bit more movement. Just to start with, from longer Uttanasana, inhaling, arms up, exhale, lowering down. Just stop here, bending your knees as much as you need to. We're going to start warming up the spine. So bringing your left palm into the middle between your hands. And then inhale, starting to lift your right arm up in the air, straightening your right knee at the same time. Left compensates. Looking up as you're twisting, and then exhale is going to bring your arm down. And then we're going to switch this side, bringing your right palm into the middle, and then lifting your left knee straightens. Exhale, lowering down. Into your right, inhale, lifts up, opens the chest. Exhale, lowers down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Once more to both sides, inhaling up, opening your chest. Exhaling down. Inhaling over to your left. Exhaling down. And then just stopping in the middle, holding your elbows for a bit, allowing your lower back to create space. Just hang on top of your legs. Perhaps rocking back and forth a little bit. From side to side, straightening, bending your knees. What feels comfortable for you? Inhale, starting to roll up. Back to standing. And what we're going to do next is a bit different vinyasa that's going to be equivalent into a cardio training. And I've spoken about zero resistance training before, And this is going to be very similar to that. So we're going to force our breath a bit deeper instead of following sort of the natural length of it. And we're going to move quite fast. So perhaps again, watch first and observe, and then start following. This very something you probably haven't seen in yoga, but again, what I've learned from my great teacher Guru in India, who studied the most traditional, original, scientific ways of how it works. So we're going to pump the blood into our heart, and through that, because we're monitoring our breath, we're going to pump oxygen in our heart as well, and better the oxygen intake and conservation, again, when in movement as well as when in rest. So inhale is going to lift your arms up quite quickly, and then exhale is going to fold forward, but with your arms relaxed. So when you're going, your arms are going to sort of swing from behind your back. Exhale. Inhale is going to bring your palms into your mat, and then step or jump back into your plank. Exhale is going to lower down into your chaturanga, and then inhale is going to lift up into your upward facing dog from here, but leaving your toes to support you. Exhaling to your down dog, and then inhale, bending your knees, looking forward, jumping to between your hands, and perhaps you're coming into a squat almost. And here there's a lot of happening in this breath. Exhale is going to lift up to Uttanasana, flip your arms from behind, and then inhale is going to lift your arms up. Super relaxed, and you're going to notice a quick movement. So don't worry too much about the form, how each pose looks like. Most important is the breath, the connection to your breath. So when you're inhaling, I'm just going to show without explaining for one round. Inhaling up. And then we would go straight over on your exhale into the next round. So powerful, deep breath. Inhaling, exhaling, 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 inhaling. Yeah, don't worry if you're not 100% following. We're going to do 8 rounds in total. So following your own breath, like I said, the form isn't that important as long as you're not hurting yourself, but quite relaxed. Zero resistance training combined with a medium intensity training. So inhaling up, exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. 4th round. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 6. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 7th round. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, releasing your arms. Allowing your breath to settle in here. You might feel a bit dizzy, you might feel out of breath. So if that is the case, then just sit down for a bit. I'm just going to explain a little bit what's happening in your body when we do it. I got warm and that's the idea of generating heat, and when we do that, all the extra dirt, extra waters in our body that travel all the negative molecules, electrons in our body, that's going to start moving, and we're literally increasing the production of electrons in the body, which means that the unpaired electrons aren't as prone to react with something like viruses. Electrons, they like to be in pairs, so when they're just by themselves traveling in our body and they meet a free radical, for example, something that's perhaps not a healthy cell, they don't recognize the difference. They pair, and that's when the disease starts, basically. So what we do when we pump blood, oxygen in our heart, we increase the production of more electrons, which means that they can pair with each other, and that's going to generate a healthy functioning of the cells in our body. So cardio training, we all know, super important, but perhaps the ways we do them these days, or ways we understand them, aren't necessarily that healthy. So when we combine cardio with zero resistance, we're increasing our body's ability to conserve energy, which means we can lengthen the performance time. So say it's like an ultra runner, for example, they're tensed all the time, their body's tensed. But if we can learn to adapt and bring some of these methods from yoga, where we're doing super relaxed movements, but still in a lot of movement, like you probably experienced, that your heart rate goes up, mine did, you're starting to sweat a little bit. That's exactly the same cardio, but we're training our muscles to do that with the least effort possible, which means it's going to lengthen the performance time, the amount of time that we can do the exercise or yoga or running, whatever it is that we're training for. So super efficient, and especially for your lungs, because you're forcing your lungs to work, you're forcing your lungs to bring more oxygen, and that's what guides your movement in relaxation at the same time. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'm happy to open this more. It's quite a short time, so obviously we don't have that much time to go into super deep in detail, but so we got 10 more minutes, so let's do a bit more relaxing ending for the class. Coming into your Uttanasana, forward fold, releasing your spine, your neck, your shoulders. And then inhale, bringing your palms down, stepping into your plank. Exhale, lowering down through Chaturanga all the way to lie on your tummy. And we're going to work a little bit on our back muscles. So on your inhaling here, either hands right close, right next to your chest, or arms out wide on both sides, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Inhale is going to lift our chest up. And exhale is going to lower it down. Inhaling up. So again, we're starting to lengthen the breath. You might notice already an increased capability in your lungs, increase in the capacity of oxygen intake. We're going to do one more inhale, lifting up, and exhale, lowering down. Coming into a rest, bringing your hands on top of your, underneath your face, perhaps turning one cheek on top of them, and then releasing your spine, releasing your bottom, your hip area, moving it from side to side, and relaxing your legs, lifting your legs up, and then you can just start swinging them from one side to another, as relaxed as possible, allowing them to drop from side to side. When we're doing movements like this with our muscles as relaxed as possible, we're starting to fix some tensions in the body. We're starting to let go of movement patterns. So feel free to explore, just move around what feels good, where's the direction that you can't really go because of some tension in the legs. Try and relax that. Try and move that. Move them side to side. Back and forth. Crossing. And then starting to lower your legs back down. I'm going to go into child's pose from here, lifting your arms next to your chest, keeping your toes tucked, and then just coming down to rest in here. Starting to allow your breath to calm down. It's important to relax after intensity training. To allow our bodies the time to recover, to return into normal, into balance. Inhale, lifting up into your all fours, your flat back. Starting to round the back to your own breath, adding movement back and forth. From side to side, from your hips. And then coming to lie down in your Savasana from here. Obviously, you've got the other video too to do as a follow-up for this, or then if you just want to lie down on your back for 10 minutes, feel free to do so. Put some music on, start your Savasana. Perhaps you've started a practice already. Scanning your body from the top of your head down to your toes, just observing sensations, feelings, bringing relaxation into your body. Set a timer for 5-10 minutes perhaps, and then just lie there. Allow yourself the moment to observe the change that these practices have perhaps created. And obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. And these are practices, well, all that we've done, both on the breathing work today as well as on this class, that I really recommend starting to experiment on your daily routine. You know, the the zero resistance training we did is exactly like a Ashtanga sun salutation 8. So you know the sequence, but you're just changing the style, changing the way you do it. So start exploring, start feeling how it works. Obviously, you can add the just traditional Hatha sun salutation into your morning routine as well. And I guarantee you that your day is going to be full of energy and is going to start the body, start the flow of fluids, exchange of fluids in the body as well as your organs. So your bowels are going to work better, and you're going to notice a difference in the level of your energy every single day. Namaste. Thank you for joining, and I hope I'll see you next time.